This is Basecamp, and this is the project management software we use here at Machindo Apps whenever we work with clients on any kind of project. So I've created a small example project here to demonstrate some of the functionality and some of the benefits of using this software when working together as a team. So on the right hand side here, we can see the people that are involved in this project on the team. Any of your team members can be added to this so that they have full access and can see everything that's going on the project, essentially in real time. So on this overview screen, we've got a small overview of the calendar. This will show any upcoming meetings or milestones. If we've got a launch or feature that's going to be completed at a certain date, this will show on the calendar. We can also see at a glance, if we scroll down here, the action that's been happening on the project. So this gives you a really good idea of what's happening on a project on a day-to-day basis on this overview screen. What Basecamp also has the functionality for is messages. So anyone on the team can create messages, and here's a sample message that I've created, rather like email, just isolated in the actual project. So it can be a good way for kind of a group communication, rather than trying to remember to copy people in on emails, asking people if they've seen it, if they've read it. So one person can write a message, and then any of the other members of the team are free to enter into the discussion below by adding comments. Very quick, very simple, and it can all be seen at a glance in this threaded view here. The next item of functionality in Basecamp is a to-do list. So these to-do lists represent normally features, specific tasks that need to be created on the project. So this will be tied very much into any kind of specification for a mobile app or for a website, anything that needs to be done. So anytime when one of these items gets checked off, we can see here it's been confirmed. But if we go back to the overview screen, we can also see that this has happened today. So this is a really nice way of keeping track of how and when features are getting implemented on a day-to-day basis. You can log into the site at any time to see this progress happening as and when it happens. So the calendar we touched on earlier with the preview, this is a way where we can add any kind of meetings or any deadlines that we want to happen. Deadlines are actually called milestones. We can create them here. We just, if I create a test milestone. So let's say we want this milestone to happen 2 weeks from today. We can set it to the 21st. And then you can see it's been added here, and we have the ability to tick it off, hopefully before the date's arrived at. And another part of the functionality are the write boards. So anytime we've got some longer text, or you want text to be formatted in a certain way, we can put it in these write boards, which are basically just mini documents. So we've got one here, a test one called Initial Design Specification. So we can see we've got a nice bulleted list with a link in there to a website if we need it in there. So that's a good way of adding any kind of documentation we need. Another good use for this is if we want any specific text to go in an app. So this is text for the text that could appear on a help screen. So there aren't any questions of it getting lost. It's in one place. So there's no uncertainty in terms of what needs to be put into the app. We can literally copy and paste that in as it's needed. We could also have the ability to upload files. So this is a really good central repository. Again, kind of gets over that email, forwarding files around, sending attachments, sending links to shared folders or anything like this. It's just a central hub where all the files can be kept. So you might have background graphics, you might have sound effects, you might have some code, you might have any kind of PDFs or documents or anything that you need for the project. It can all be uploaded into this one place. So that gives you hopefully an overview of Basecamp and the benefits of working together in a proactive way. You can stay up to date on what's happening in the project without us having to send you email and without you having to ask us what's been going on in the project.